Hi everybody, this is Suzie, Suzie Crafted Designs. Hope all is well with you. I have a great little fun project that I put together, and I thought it was something a little bit different, and I was really excited to share it with you. And just as I'm about to show you, my dog decides to start barking. I think he knows I'm recording. Anyway, these are really great, and they were a lot of fun to make, a really short time to fuss around with these and get creative and make little gifts for yourself or for somebody else. And what they are, they're really, really cute, adorable pin cushions. And I'm just going to bring you down over here that are shaped as strawberries. Okay, and I think that one's falling because I put a weighty piece on the edge of it. But I'm going to take each one of these down and show you what I've done here, and then I'm going to show you how to make one of these. So I'm kind of showing you what I have, what I made, and at the end of me showing you, I'm going to be sharing a tutorial with you on how to make one for yourself. Now, I remember years ago, when I was a little child, not that long ago because I'm still a kid, my grandparents, my grandmothers used to do a lot of sewing. There was a lot of crafts years ago when we were kids. They used to make flowers, and they used to make all kinds of things with the papier-mâché flowers, and they used to do the pin cushions. Years ago, strawberries, like glass fruit with lots of little stones with pins in them. I don't know if anybody remembers, were stuck in to make a shape of a fruit. And fruit on the table was really big. And this is definitely not my idea. There may be many people on Facebook who have put together tutorials and these cute little strawberry pin cushions. This is just my take on it, so I don't want to offend anybody if they see these. I have not taken the idea from anybody. However, I have seen other people's videos that I don't know who have made pretty strawberries of different kinds, and this is just my take on the strawberries that I know how to make myself. So let me just quickly share with you what I have here. First, I'm going to show you the first strawberries that I was fussing around with, because the ones that I have done in the past were really more of the traditional look of the strawberry. It was like red felt or red fabric of some kind, and then like green on top to make it look like a real strawberry. But I wanted to stay in the Shabby Chic style. So I made these really small ones. They're not too small. They're really cute and a lot of fun. And I just used some muslin here and some pillow stuffing and just some scraps that I had laying around of these two here, little pieces of scraps from, I don't even know where they were from at the time. And then when I was sitting there, I said it'd be a really great idea to use some of the goodies that I have from ShabbyLiciousZibet.com store. So with that said, I'm just going to show you what I had put together. I made some silky ones and muslin, and also had used some velvet, which was really a lot of fun to put that together. And I'm apologizing in advance for Max barking, but somebody's in front. So anyway, so this one is like a really favorite. I thought this came out so pretty. And this one is also a muslin fabric. And I used some rhinestones around here just to reflect the little seeds, something a little different. And this lace over here is from Shabby Licious. It's just a beautiful deep mauve color, almost a dark lavender, if you would. And really very pretty lace. I thought that was beautiful. And I'll show you how I did that with the lace on the fabric strawberry itself. I don't want to confuse anybody right now. I'm just going to share with you what I've done. My mom happens to really love purple, and she sews as well. That's where I got it all from, my mom. And so I thought that I would make her a couple of strawberries in purple because she loves purple. So I had actually bought about, I don't know, I think it's 2.5 yards of the purple velvet, and she's going to be moving soon, and I'm going to make her a really huge pillow for her bed, or perhaps a side chair in the bedroom that will be purple velvet, and she's going to love it. But this one I made out of velvet fabric, and I used the beautiful Shabbylicious trim. This one was really pretty. It's like a long fringe, and hope you can see that white on white. And then I just incorporated some of these leaves that are also on by the yard. It's 3 different size leaves, and I like that underneath that rose flower that I made. And just trying to make sure I'm clear and not too close. Yeah. And so I made that rose out of paper. I put some stickles on it. And what I was saying, the Shabbylicious, this is the beautiful leaf trim that she has. And then this other really pretty trim right here, which is like 1/4 of an inch. Very, very pretty, very shabby, very faint. And I have some of my seam binding, and I made these leaves out of paper. And you see, if you put like something heavy on the very tip of it, it kind of keels over a little bit. But I'm sure that when you have some pins in there, it'll be okay. And I like the idea about incorporating paper along with the fabric. I thought it was something different. And then these little pretty roses here with a little pink center. Really, really pretty porcelain. I love that. And then I had done some in pink too, and that was really very pretty. Very shabby chic. I love it. I love that look totally. What I did was I used this really shimmery pink, and you can see like there's a little dent at the bottom for the strawberry and the seam. And I'll show you how I did that towards the end of the video. I'm going to do a tutorial, so I hope you can stick around. In the center, I have a really pretty cabochon rose from Shabbylicious. And this leaf also came from Shabbylicious. It's off one of the, I think it was one of the romance flowers, and a piece of crinkled seam binding. This other really big piece right here is from a lovely lace trim, also from Shabbylicious, and these little pieces here are hanging off that trim. And I also took a piece of pink trim from her store as well, and I put that in there, so it looks really cute. This one can hang if you want it to, but I'm not going to be hanging them. I'm just going to have them like in the dish. I just thought they looked so cute in the dish. And then I used some of my velvet fabric, and I made this really, really pretty velvet strawberry. I just love the velvets. It's really romantic looking. It's a clean look no matter how screwy your sewing is. And this is a very simple sewing project. You do not need to know how to sew, and you will see that in the end. Of course, the advanced sewers, you can very well do a seam on your machine and then gather by hand in the end. And you can also trim it the way you want to trim in any style that you'd like to. So you can see that these are the larger leaves in that trim I was showing you before. And she also carries at Shabbylicious some stamens, the flower stamens, and these really pretty appliques with a pink flat back pearl in the center. Very romantic, very pretty. I just love that. It's very, very cute. So I'll just move that out of your way. And this one was one of my favorites. I know it's tipping and I didn't realize it, but this lace trim was so beautiful. When I first saw it, I thought it was very geometric, very Egyptian-like. And I knew that there was something that I would be able to do with this at some point. And when I was making the strawberries, I thought how great it would be to incorporate some of that. So I'll show you how I'll make one plain, and I'll make one with trim on it. And I'll show you how I did that, which was really very simple. And then I just sewed some of the pearls all around. The reason why it's falling this way is because there's weight on it, and it's not a very big strawberry, and the weight on it is a really pretty trim that I have there, that I kind of just put it together with some ribbon in the center and have that acting as if it was a bow. A little pretty leaf here just for garnish of the top of the strawberry, also in a cream color. And these strands of balls hanging down is also from another trim that is from Lily's store. It's a very pretty trim. I just decided to cut off the little strands of little dots of. See, I just want to show you which one it is, so you can go on over and check that out for yourself with the coupon Suzie, the 10% off of your total purchase of $15 or more. And the beautiful, beautiful rose in the center. Oh, I just love it. It's so gorgeous. That's also, I believe, a porcelain rose. It's got a great shimmer to it. It's very, very pretty. Very romantic. And getting back, excuse my arm, to another pink one. And this one is so, so cute. I just love it because I decided to do a different take on this. I used one of the Shabbylicious metal flowers for the garnish, which would be like that green piece of leaf on the strawberry. And I just adhered that down, and I used some of my pearls trim, a little piece of pink seam binding I made in a bow, this pretty pink trim and the white trim, just really, really, really nicely done. Very pretty, and you can see that it is a strawberry. I hope you can see that. And very, very simple. This is a really nice pearlized fabric in pink. It's not lightweight. It's kind of a heavy-weighted, so it was nice working with it. And there's my seam. So you can see how pretty that came out. And then I had done another purple strawberry, so my mommy gets two. And isn't that cute, though? I really love it. I love the shape of it, and I love it. And I'm just going to grab a couple of pins so that you can get the idea of the pins that just go in there. See how cute that is? I'll just grab the pink one and just show you, like, while you're sewing, or you're just making pins and you need something to hold it. You have something cute and small and dainty for the side of your desk. Just loving that. And so, getting back to the purple one, this was that really big, like, wing type of lace that I had, which I don't have any more of to show you. But those are the small little daisies that I had cut off, which was in between, and I saved the scrap. So I thought it would be pretty to have it just hanging off the side, so I kind of tacked it down and put a few rhinestones in there just for a little bit of a touch. Let me get that straight pin out of there. And, yeah, and I just put some seam binding in a bow. I used a really big leaf as part of that leaf trim that I showed you before. And these are some of the romance flowers in her collection on the Zabet.com store, and just some stray pearl strand from my own stash. And I just love these. They're just so pretty. It's kind of like an organza and like nylon flower. Just really romantic. Look how cute that is. Imagine making a few of these for somebody that you know that sews or likes to sew, or just bought a sewing machine, or wants to sew, or just likes to collect strawberries or pin cushions. They look so great in the bowl. And my last one to share with you, yet again, is another velvet one. And, you know, I was just remembering that I do have red velvet. It's a thick, it doesn't stretch. This is a stretch. I have red velvet from Christmas when I made that stocking. I can certainly make some red velvet. Well, I can do that another time. I was just trying to stay in the Shabby Chic theme. And here's some of that left over that I just showed you on the previous one. It's really pretty. It was in between that really wide lace. And then I cut some of these little ball strands off from a lace. This went all the way around. I just love the movement on it. You know, it just gives it some really sweetness to it. Some of the leaves from those flowers, these flowers here have leaves on them, so I just took the leaf and I used the leaf in there, and just a piece of felt down here as the garnish, and just really, really pretty. I just love the way that it's like dainty like that. It's kind of like, wee. Looks so nice. Very pretty. So anyway, as you can see, I have a bowl of strawberries in a really pretty dish with the stem on the bottom, and that was a gift to me from my friend Bev several years ago. Bev, if you're watching, hi. She sent it to me, really pretty, very beautiful lady, very sweet friend, and she knows that I love the Parisian theme, so I had gotten this gift from her. Very sweet person. I hope all is well, and I'm saying hi. And so, yeah, so these are all my strawberries, and I am going to be doing a tutorial on another video, and I will attach it directly after the end of this. So if you want to learn how to make these, it's very simple and easy, and it doesn't take long at all. I am going to do a video right now, so don't go away. Stay tuned. As soon as it fades out, it fades in as a tutorial. So stick around. Thanks for watching, and here we go with the tutorial.
Hi everybody. Okay, here is the second part of the video connected to showing you all the beautiful and lovely strawberries that I had created using all of the beautiful embellishments and trims from Shabby Licious. And here's another one that I made just prior to doing this video. I just wanted to show you something else which you can do, you know, just by having a few pieces of laying around that you're going to throw out, and you can save them and make them as pretty gifts. And you can see they're quite cushiony too. So right now I'm doing this tutorial on my my webcam that's connected to my computer, so I'm hoping this is going to be nice and clear so that you can watch me close up and carefully. So this is what you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need to cut a circle, okay? And the circle, the larger your circle, the larger your strawberry. So what I used was this seam binding piece of cardboard here, and I put it down on my selected piece of fabric, and I drew a circle around it with a pencil. Once I did that, I cut out the circle, and that's what I used the other half to make this strawberry. But now I'm going to show you the other half left. So when you have that one circle, you'll just cut it down the center. You'll fold it in half, and you'll cut it, and you're left with two pieces just like this. So right sides together. So if one side of your fabric looks nice and pretty and the other side is the inside, just put the two pretty sides together. And so now some people may want to know, how did I get the fabric on this? Did I sew it on? Did I stick it on with glue? And I'm going to show you exactly what I did here. Get your piece of lace or whatever you want to use, if you want to use anything at all, and put it on the right side of your piece of fabric. Take the fabric and fold it over in half, and you're going to have something that looks just like that. What you're going to do is, the shorter side of your half circle, you're going to sew, and you're going to do a running stitch. So you'll need a piece of thread. I like having a really long piece of thread on mine. I would suggest that you would do the same too, so that you can use the same piece of thread as you're going along. Just try to make sure that both sides are even, which they are here. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at the fabric, that they're even. So now that I checked that, what I'm going to do is, when you start off, now you can see that the bottom of my strawberry there has like a little off-center kind of point. Do you see that? And I want you to have the same thing. So this is what I do. I take my point of the fabric, and instead of going straight this way, I'm going to just go across. So as you can see here, I'm just going to go across, making a little piece of a stitch there. Whoops, sorry. And you'll see that you have that one stitch right there. And then you're just going to turn a little bit, and you're going to do a running stitch straight along here. And I'm not going to speed this up because it's not going to take long, but you're just going to continue from where you left off. And you're going to sew. Now it's probably going to be maybe 8 or 10 stitches on one side, and what I like to do is flip it over and do the same thing on the other side, so that when you go ahead and stuff the strawberry, you don't have anything that's coming out and it looks sloppy, and you know, you give it to somebody, they go and use it, and then it looks sloppy because you have your stuffing coming out. When you get to the very end, like I am right here, you're just going to do a double stitch there, and that's going to secure it excuse me, from when you're pulling your string. That's going to secure it from ruffling or anything. And then you're just going to go back over. You don't have to be perfect. And by the way, for those of you that have a sewing machine and you want to, you know, do the running stitch really quick, like if you're making a bunch of these for somebody or for yourself, you can use your sewing machine if you like. But for the next part, you need to do it by hand. I'm going to show you that in a sec. So I'm just basically backtracking the stitches from the beginning, and I'm trying to do this slowly, making sure that I'm in picture so that you can follow me. They're so cute, and these are so much fun to make. I was kind of addicted for like a day. Okay, and just, you know, knot off your end by making a little stitch there and tying it off. If you're not even or it's a little bumpy, it's fine, because this is the inside of your strawberry. Okay, you're just going to cut that end, and so now the fun starts to come. So now you have something looking like that at your desk. You're going to take it and you're going to turn it inside out and push your finger at the tip, and you'll see that this is a tip of your strawberry. Isn't that cute so far? And if you do choose to use some kind of lace, which this is really an old piece of vintage lace, it's probably about 50 years old. It's from Italy, and I inherited a huge chunk of it from my mother-in-law's stash. So it's really quite a pretty lace. I hate even throwing away anything or cutting anything off of it. It's just so gorgeous. So I can save that for like flower scraps. So now you'll have this cone-shaped, I used muslin fabric, and you'll have this cone-shaped piece of fabric with your lace on the outside. So I'm going to show you what I like to do. What I like to do is right here at the top of the seam, just don't go too close to the edge because you don't want to fray, yet you don't want to go too deep because then you won't have any strawberry. So I'm just going to go a little bit down, and I'm going to go slow in case anybody wants to follow me here, because this is not really a very lengthy project. I don't want to take up too much of your time. And so we're just going to do a running stitch. Really easy, very quick. I know most of you who have tried to sew can certainly do this. You don't have to be advanced or anything like that in sewing. Okay, I'm just going to do a running stitch. Very easy. And you see, as you're pulling it, you're starting to get your strawberry in place. Okay. And you're just going to go all the way around. And I don't want to go too fast because I could have zipped through it, but I just want you to see what I'm doing so that those of you who are newbies at sewing can follow along with me. This is such a fun, and you're probably saying, how could that be so much fun? But just the outcome, you know, once you put it all together, it's so cute and it's so different, and it's just fun. So, okay, so now I'm done. And how you'll know you're done is you're at seam to seam. So you're just going to loosen this all up. Now, don't pull it too hard because you'll pop the thread. You don't want to do that. And of course, all right, I thought I was going to have to get up and go ahead and get some of this. And this is allergy-free pillow stuffing. You can get it at most craft stores. It's probably about $6 or $7, and your fabric stores should sell it as well. And what I like to do with this, and I do the same thing with my pillows, because I can see a difference that if you just stuff it right in there, which, you know, like push it right inside, it kind of gives it a bumpy look. But if you slowly separate your stuffing like this, it kind of gives air in between, and your stuffing is not just lumped up like you just yanked it out of the package. So it kind of separates all of these fibers here. So now you have the same amount, but you would feel the difference. It's very airy. So you want to put this in, even though it's going to be a stick pin cushion for sewing or designing, or as you're making stick pins or gifts, or putting them on a little bowl like I did, and you can just stick this in there. You don't have to make them really very full if you don't want to, but I like it full because when I stick a pin in there, I want it to stay in. Now once it's in, you're just going to hold it down with your thumb there, and you're going to slowly pull. And you'll pull, but remember, try not to pull too hard, because you see there's your strawberry. Isn't that cute? And you're going to just hold all of the fabric. This is going to feel a little thick because we have 2 layers. And you're just going to go ahead like this. And you're just going to do a stitch just to close it up. You're going to go right through the stuffing and right through both pieces. And when I do this, I just like to reinforce it a little bit by getting both ends. And there are probably other strawberry makers out there, but this is my take on it. It's a really old traditional pin cushion type thing, so it's not that it's anything new, but this is just my take on the strawberry. And this is really very cute, I have to say, in comparison to the really large ones that I made. For example, I showed you in the previous video. Here's a really big one. And you'll see, I just had a pin over here. And you'll see when you stick the pin in, it's nice and fluffy, so it stays nice, and that's what you want. So now we have this part, right? And, oops, I forgot something. Okay, and then you're going to need like a piece of felt, right? So I should have left this to show you how to cut it, but it's really quite simple. I'm actually looking around to see if I have anything that I can show you. You get a square piece of felt or any kind of fabric that you might like to use. I'm looking around my desk to see if I have anything at all for a sample, and I don't, and I'm sorry. But you want this to reflect. You don't have to use it because, as you can plainly see, that I did not use it on this one. The scraps that I cut off on the other one, I left on the top to reflect the little green leaf up on top. You can just grab it like that. So you don't have to use this, but you can if you like. And this time around, I'm going to do just that because I just want to show you, because these are how some of the other ones were made, which here is a smaller one of the first ones that I made. This is a little bit larger. I probably use a different saucer to make a circle. So and now that I left the thread here, we can continue. I'm going to take my needle and I'm just going to stick it right in between the beginning of this, and this is really easy. It's just like cutting it out. Any way that you cut it is fine. A leaf shape, it could be just one leaf. And just to show you, in case you didn't watch the whole video, I used paper leaves on mine with a handmade paper flower I made. And if you have a tiny leaf punch, you can certainly use that for small ones, or you can use the pretty leaves from the shop that you can cut off and add on yourself. Oops, sorry. So, okay, so now I push this through. Alright. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this right back in again. Actually, I want to make sure you can see it. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a stitch in there. Sometimes certain projects or certain swaps, like very elegant sewing, no glue is permitted. So this is something that you can certainly make where you don't need glue. But in all honesty to you, I do like using just a little bit of glue, and I'm going to show you in a second. So now I've glued this down here, and what I'm going to do is that this is nice now. I put the needle in here, and I'm going to follow it all the way alongside of the seam. Can you see that coming out? Now I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it tight, which is going to give me a nice look. And somewhere I'm going to cut this at the very edge, and the thread just gets lost in there and it stays inside, and it pulled it nicely. And that's why I also like using quite a bit of the I'm going to use my strawberry to hold that. Quite a bit of the thread, so that I have enough when I'm playing. So now here comes a little bit of the fun part. Yay! And we all love the embellishing part because it's fun. And that's how we get to see. Excuse my yucky glue gun, but it works for me. So now again, you can use glue if you want, or you can sew it on. And then you can, I like using just a little bit of glue. You can use Fabri-Tac. This one I like using the hot glue because it's quick and it's there, and that's that. Okay, and I just put underneath each leaf just to make sure it's reinforced. Okay, and there I have it, my strawberry. And so of course my signature thing with my hearts and whatever that I make, a lot of times I just kind of lean towards the same style because I kind of enjoy having that one specific kind of look. Even though I have things in front of me, I'm still lost. Could you believe this? Okay, so in this case, sometimes I like to crinkle them, but I don't have the time right now because I'd have to wet them and dry them and make the bow, and I don't want to waste your time. This is a fun, quick, easy tutorial. So I'm just going to make a little bow out of some seam binding here. A lot of people compliment my bows, and you can see now how I make them, which it's really a simple bow. And I'm kind of careful when I pull it through. I like using, hope you can see that, I like using my fingers actually, and I'm just pulling it, and then I'm pulling the tails, and then I'm pulling it again, and I'm pulling the bow. And there I have a cute little bow, and if it was crinkled it'd probably be even cuter, but this is cute. So I'm just gonna, oops, I just want to show you everything I'm doing. I'm gonna cut these off on an angle, and then I'm gonna add, let's see, because I was thinking of putting a flower on too. So I really love Wild Orchid Crafts. I was one of their first designers and on with them for a couple of years. Let's see, how's that look? That's kind of cute. Maybe I'll put it off to the side. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play with this here for a second. Just going to put some glue on there. And I like having this dangling off a little bit. Just beware that the glue is very hot. I'm going to put the rose off to the side a little bit here. And that will be off to the side a little. And while I'm holding that down, drying off to the side, I'm going to be on the other side of it, and I am going to put this adorable little bow, holding that down for a quick sec. So you can see you have a really nice tie off of the strawberry in the back, and then you have the sweetest little rose sticking off on the side. And just for some of you, you may be questioning this one, okay, and you might be questioning that one. And what I did was, for the pearls, I sewed the pearls on by hand. If I could find my rhinestones, it'll be a blessing, because my room, oh, I can't wait to move out of here. Okay. I've been saying that for a long time, but the curveballs that come my way, you would have no idea. Okay, so I'm just going to move everything. And I just want to show you that these could be really, really cute little gifts. Like if you're making a bridal shower for somebody, and she'll be all new to sewing and cooking and all these things, and if she likes to sew, or you wouldn't even care. You can just give this as a cute little gift, a table gift, a thank you present with a little note rolled up, wrapped in a ribbon of some kind, saying, you know, thanks for coming. It's just a cute little, very pretty and very inexpensive to go ahead and make. Because if you bought a yard of fabric and a few bunches of little things here and there for embellishments, oops, you'd be good. You wouldn't be spending much money at all, and you'd be having a good time altogether. So, as you can see, I'm kind of like offsetting these rhinestones. And I don't know, I just picked the rhinestone just for the sake of picking these because they're really very tiny. And I do have a setter that goes with it, but I don't care for the setter too much, and I like things quick and simple. So, but I don't like things that are messy. Okay. So, there we have like a totally cute strawberry. Isn't that adorable? And you can have so much fun making these. See, and you can see that beautiful vintage lace and some of the strand pearl and the seam binding that you can use whatever color. This can be done, it doesn't have to be done shabby chic. I just like that style and that's my thing. So, but you can go ahead and make them, I don't know, steampunk. You can go ahead with like black and bright red. You can make it really modern, black and white. You can do it purple and yellow. You can do it traditional red. But these were a lot of fun. So I hope that you can go ahead and make some of these, and I'm just going to show you again really quick. This was from Shabbylicious, the rose and the, see, I have a pin in here so it sticks so nicely, and all the trim, just so beautiful. That's the other one I made. Here's a really large one, the purple with the trims and the flowers from Shabbylicious. And again, another purple one with the beautiful fringe and the leaf trim and the beautiful narrow scallop trim. Just really beautiful. Very pretty, the little stamens and the very elegant applique that really matched my velvet lace with the leaves. This one, a very favorite that I would hoard this. The color and the style of the trim is just beautiful. And there's no flower going on here, just a little crinkled burgundy colored seam binding from my stash. And getting really shabby here, using that really big trim and a cabochon rose with this very dainty pink trim. And the fabric is from my stash, and some pearl here, just very adorable. And then one of these, I was trying to improvise the leaf again, so I used the metal piece, just very beautiful. And I'll just remove this. I'm starting to use this already for my pins. And here again, Romance Collection flowers, really pretty, at thezabetshop.com. And for Shabbylicious, these are the first two that I made that were shabby chic. And long ago, making these, were really making them out of like the red felt and sewing like the black embroidery thread for the seeds, and just the green felt for the flower in the center. But you can go ahead and make up whatever colors that you like, or somebody else that you know likes, and really have a great time making these. I'm just wanting to show you, and I hope you can see it. Here's the bowl with everything in, and just kind of got them piled up. My mom is already holding off, waiting on her purple ones, so I'll be giving those to her, and these cute little ones that I just made. So lots of fun. And I really hope you enjoyed seeing this tutorial. Let me know if you tried anything. I'd love to see what you came up with. And I hope everybody's doing well and feeling fine. I know I try to be. And be well and have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Please use my name, Suzie, as your coupon code for 10% off your total purchase of $15 or more at the ShabbyLiciousSabet.com store. click in the show me more box down below this video, and you'll find links to redirect you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.